When Japan's Princess Aiko walked into the spotlight on her 23rd birthday, the world saw more than an imperial daughter. They saw a young woman stepping into history, gracefully balancing royal tradition with the quiet courage of independence. It wasn't just another birthday for the only child of Emperor Naruhito and Empress Masako. It was the year everything began to change. Because 23, for Aiko, has been a year of firsts. A first public speech that left even seasoned reporters stunned. A first solo royal engagement without her parents' presence. A first glimpse of what the future of Japan's monarchy might actually look like. And behind every one of those milestones lies a story of pressure, of poise, and of a princess quietly rewriting what it means to wear a crown in the 21st century. A princess stepping out of the shadows. For much of her childhood, Princess Aiko lived quietly behind palace walls, shielded by her protective parents and the often rigid expectations of imperial life. Born in December 2001, she grew up under a microscope. Every smile, every absence from a public event, every rumor about her schooling dissected by a curious world. But when she graduated from Gakushuin University and turned 23, something changed. The girl who once shied away from cameras began to step forward, smiling with confidence, her posture radiating calm. Her first major public address at a cultural ceremony earlier this year was a turning point. Dressed in a pale blue kimono, her voice steady yet warm, Aiko thanked the public for their support and spoke about her commitment to serving the people with sincerity. In that moment, Japan didn't just see their princess. They saw a future leader. The first solo engagement. It was a crisp spring morning when Princess Aiko attended her first official engagement alone, a visit to a children's charity in Tokyo. Without her parents by her side, she greeted families, listened intently to stories, and shared laughter with children who were in awe of meeting the princess with the kind smile. Observers noted how natural she seemed. There was no stiffness, no nervous glances for reassurance. Just grace, authenticity, and genuine warmth. One volunteer later said, "She spoke to us like an equal. You could tell she wasn't performing. She truly cared." For a royal family known for formality, Aiko's gentle approach felt like a breath of fresh air. A modern mind in an ancient institution. Perhaps the most striking part of Aiko's journey this year has been her voice, measured but modern, deeply respectful, yet subtly defiant of outdated norms. While she has not openly challenged Japan's male-only succession law, her mere presence, confidence, and growing popularity have reignited the national conversation. Under current law, only male heirs can inherit the chrysanthemum throne, meaning Aiko, despite being Emperor Naruhito's only child, cannot become empress. Yet polls consistently show that the Japanese public overwhelmingly supports her right to ascend. And though she remains diplomatic, there's power in her silence. Aiko represents a generation of young Japanese women who are redefining identity, ambition, and equality within systems that have long resisted change. The first time abroad as an adult royal. In another major first, Princess Aiko embarked on her initial overseas trip as a representative of the imperial household. Visiting cultural institutions in Europe, she showcased the elegance and intellect her mother, Empress Masako, a Harvard-educated diplomat, instilled in her. In Paris, she toured a museum focused on Japanese art history and stunned observers by delivering a brief address in flawless French. "Art," she said, "connects hearts beyond distance and time." That single sentence captured what many have begun to recognize about her. Aiko's power lies not in rebellion, but in quiet influence. A year of growing into herself. Even beyond her royal duties, this has been a personal year of firsts. Aiko moved into her own apartment within the Akasaka estate, marking her first taste of independence. Friends describe her as studious, humble, and fond of simple pleasures like reading poetry and walking her dog, Yuri, through the palace gardens. She also began assisting with behind-the-scenes imperial duties, preparing for the eventual day she will take on a larger role as a senior member of the royal family. Her work ethic, say insiders, mirrors her father's, meticulous, thoughtful, and unshakably kind. And while her path forward remains uncertain due to imperial succession laws, one thing is clear. Princess Aiko has become one of Japan's most beloved public figures. The future awaits. As she celebrates her 23rd year, Aiko stands on the edge of a new chapter for herself and perhaps for Japan. Every appearance she makes, every word she chooses, adds subtle momentum to a cultural shift that could reshape the future of the imperial household. For now, she carries that burden with poise far beyond her years. In her soft voice, there's conviction. In her polite bow, there's quiet strength. And in every public moment, there's an unspoken truth that the girl once hidden from view has become the woman who might just change history. Because sometimes, the most powerful revolutions don't start with shouts or protests. Sometimes, they begin with a 23-year-old princess who decides to simply stand in the light and stay there.